Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your beautiful faces back to the channel. Now, a very special video today as we prepare to delve into some 10 elo chess, okay? Now, it's not exactly 10 elo chess. The games we're looking at today range between like 300 and 500 elo, okay? And my word, are they absolutely brilliant. So shout out to the people that sent me these games. I have hidden the names because there are some not so nice people out there. So it's just white versus black with GM titles, of course. But guys, this is hilarious, okay? And now, as someone that also is horrifying at chess and often hangs his queen, if you've ever tuned into a stream, you'll be very well aware of this. I feel comfortable in laughing at these moves, okay? But that's the beauty of chess, is we've all been here, so we can all laugh and we can all share the pain, okay? So white in this game starts with d4, okay? Also, little shameless plug, please do like and subscribe. Black then goes for knight f6, we get bishop to f4, we get b6, c3, bishop b7, and then we get the move e3. So we sort of get a little bit of a London setup from white, which looks absolutely fine. This is all very normal. Then we get e6, we get knight to f3, we get bishop to d6, which is just absolutely eyesore, isn't it? I mean, this just looks horrible. Like, why are we blocking our d pawn in? Especially because, I mean, white could just take this hypothetically, and this doesn't look all that appetizing for black, right? Instead, we get the move bishop to e5. I honestly couldn't explain this. Like, I understand wanting to trade on your terms, but why the hell do we want to double stack our pawns or recapture with the knight, I guess? But it feels like it could easily be kicked away with the move d6. Again, don't hate it though, okay? There's been nothing too bad just yet. We get short castles from black, which is a great start because often people don't even know that short castling is even a move. So this is good stuff. We then get knight to d2 and then d6. So the knight is eventually kicked away. And after 8 moves into the game, nothing crazy has really happened, and nothing crazy really does until about move 13. We get a knight trade, the queen comes out, bishop to d3, e5, long castles, e takes, and here we get c takes. I mean, I probably would prefer e takes just to keep, you know, the pawns in front of your castled king connected. This looks a bit strange. We get a semi-open c file now staring at the king. It looks a bit scary, but it doesn't matter because here we get the move knight to d7. Now, if you can't quite recognise why this is a blunder, maybe you should start sending me your games because you could feature on the channel here, okay? The queen is staring right at this knight, like literally looking it dead in the face. It's like if somebody went to a Mexican standoff, right, with no hands. Like, you can't pull out a gun, so we're looking at each other, but you're dead, right? Like the knight being here is horrifying. White fortunately plays the move f3 and just completely misses the hanging knight. So now you probably want to bring your rooks to the centre, protect the knight. That's good stuff. There we go. Also, today's drink of choice is a black tea because my brother decided to drink all of the milk. So Ben, if you are watching this, drink all the milk again. See what happens. I know where you live. King b1. We then get a5, rook to c1, c6, knight e4 again. Nothing too crazy, just small developmental moves. But my word, guys, something crazy is about to happen, okay? Queen e7, h4. So white is now launching an attack on the king's side of the board. I actually don't hate it because often if you throw pawns at people at a low level, they have no idea what to do, which is fair enough. It is scary stuff. d5 attacks the knight. So we get knight to g5. Again, it can be easily kicked back to like h3 here, and it won't be looking too good. We get knight f6. Queen has to drop back. We get queen takes on e3. All very normal stuff. Here comes the rook to defend the bishop. The pawn steps forward to c5. Rook c3. We're threatening a discovered attack here. This is really high level stuff. Well, it's not, but for a 500 to be able to spot this tactic, white is planning to sacrifice the bishop here. Okay? And like, you know, the knight will take, king would take. But that's not the idea. The idea is to get the bishop out the way with check. So black has to deal with this scenario, opening up this attack onto black's queen, right? It's a beautiful little find from white there. Very nice stuff. And here we get the move queen to d4, which is a huge blunder. And you might be saying, but hang on, this rook now no longer sees this, so this check does nothing. Well, you're wrong, because this rook is going to absolutely dismantle this queen, okay? But, you know, this person is only 500 elo, so if they don't find bishop takes on h7, we can't be too mad at them. Oh my god! What? This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. The knight takes, and the rook takes the queen. This is absolutely gorgeous stuff. I mean, what a find, right? Like, what 500 elo player finds this? When I was 500 elo, it was like I was learning to walk again. I mean, I was hanging my queen, not hanging discovered checks to then take my queen. Like, insanity. C takes on d4. The rook is now dead. We need to move our rook. We go rook d3. That's fine, I guess. Oh, wait, knight e6, actually. What the hell? You have knight e6 here? And if you take, I presume queen g7. Yeah, queen g7, mate. Oh my god, that's such a beautiful find. That's so beautiful. Rook d3, bishop a6. We then pick up a pawn. I say we, it's not me, guys, I swear. Rook c8, queen e1, knight takes on g5. So now h-pawn obviously recaptures. b5 is played. You've got to be playing a move like g6 here. Rook takes on d5, it's fine. b4, fine. Rook takes on a5, again, fine, because you've got to find like bishop d3 for this to be a real mistake. Bishop d3. Oh my god, wow. King goes to a1. Rook comes over and attacks the queen. Rook e5. Now this is a blunder, because when black takes this rook, I know you're thinking, but the queen just recaptures. Well, then it would be mate. So unfortunately, white saw this very late and didn't recapture the rook and instead plays queen to d2. So you can actually probably just double stack here. But black plays rook d5. a3 is played. Now this is not a good move, okay? Because, well, number one, it hangs mate in 8. Number two, if you're going to create a bit of breathing room for your king, this is very instructive. Don't do it on a square that the bishop can see, right? Like, that's just not a good idea. We get b takes on a3, king a2, bishop c4. Both white and black have lost their queens this game due to a discovered check. King takes on a3, rook takes on d2, white resigns. How great is that game? How great is that game? Two 500 elo players finding discovered checks to win a queen. Like, it's absolutely insane. Let me pull my camera down just a smidge. It's absolute insanity. It was beautiful, beautiful chess from both sides. Unfortunately, white couldn't pick up the win. But guys, 300 elo chess. This is where things get juicy, baby. e4, e5. Very normal looking stuff. Knight f3, knight c6. Bishop to b5. This is the Roy Lopez. We get a6, the Morphy defense. But white opts to exchange. So black recaptures. And now if white takes the pawn on e5, which they do, black has to play like a queen d4, or I think queen e7 is actually a move these days as well. I say these days like it hasn't always been, but like you end up winning the pawn back. But queen d4 is just much cleaner because you attack the knight and the pawn. And we get queen d4. We get the move f4. So queen takes on e4 with check. Queen blocks. And then we take on f4. Now this is actually a huge mistake, because, you know, the discovered checks we were just looking at? Well, there's two here that just completely win for white. You can give a check on d3 and win the queen, or you can give a check on g6 and win the rook or bishop. I'm joking, you obviously take the queen. So this is very bad for black. Fortunately, you know, white doesn't see it, and instead they give the most random discovered check you're ever going to see in your life. Bishop e5, e6, sorry. Knight a5, rook to d8. Very scary looking stuff. I mean, black is like very well developed. White isn't. The one piece that they do have sort of developed is a knight on a5. And these pieces are doing nothing. The queen is in front of the king, which it never wants to be. Things look great for black. And white then plays d3, which obviously completely hangs a bishop. Right? It completely hangs a bishop. Queen b4. So we found the check, but not the check where we take a bishop. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Bishop to d2. Queen takes on b2, so it looks like we're going to win a rook. Psych, bishop c3 completely stops that. This was a nice find, but I think bishop b4 might actually be a move. Bishop b4 would have been insane. If this was found, somebody would have to get this guy to win a cup or something, because this would just be insanity. Oh my word. Okay. But the move queen b5 is played, okay? We then get knight to a3, so both knights are on the rim. This looks horrifying. White should probably hurl themselves out of a... No, they should not do that. Bishop takes on a3, and then we get short castles. Bishop b4 attacks the bishop, and we get a trade, and then knight to c4 protecting the knight. We then get b5 attacking the knight. Rook to b1, danger levels. This is beautiful stuff from white. That's a beautiful move. Queen c5 check, block with the knight. Bishop takes on a2, so we attack the bishop. Bishop drops back, we pick up a pawn, and then bishop g4 is played. I actually cannot begin to tell you the thought process here. What is it about this game with queens and bishops looking at each other? But like obviously you just take, right? I mean, there is like queen e3 now, but black finding this, I would be absolutely mind blown. Best move here is just queen f2, and you just set up this attack. But yeah, we just take the bishop. Black's not going to find queen e3. Hello, black. I mean, black is just completely winning, right? Like, they're up a knight for one, but also, like, the rook and queen are dominating the board. We then get rook f2 to block the check. Queen e1, rook f1, queen e3, king to h1, knight to f6. Can you see why this is bad? It's not actually all that clear, but it is just taking on g7, right? Because then you hit the knight, you hit the rook, and it's like, what can you even do in this situation? White finds it. And I tell you what, some of the moves that are uncorked next are absolutely beautiful, and then some of them are absolutely horrible. We get the move rook g8, which is actually difficult to remember that the knight defends the rook, okay? It's tricky to remember. And if you just take on f6, well, then we have moves like queen e7, for example, and we're going to trade stuff off and get into a winning endgame if you are black. So white takes. So black has to find queen e7 here. And they don't. They play queen e4. Now, this is horrifying for so many reasons. Number one being it hangs mate in one. That just wins for white. The game's over. You know, you set up the pieces again, you wait for the next people to come by. The queen's hanging. And white took the queen that was hanging, and black resigned. White will go into game review and not understand why this is a miss. And that makes me feel so happy that they missed mate in one, took a queen, and won the game. I mean, here there's going to be mate eventually anyway, so the resignation was completely warranted. But man, what a game that was. And ladies and gentlemen, game number 3. I always save the best till last, but before we get into it, let's hear from the sponsor of the video, and the sponsor of the video is myself. Please like and subscribe. Knight c3. e5, knight to f3, so both knights come out. d6 is played, and then knight d4. What? Knight d4, if you haven't already worked it out, hangs a knight. Okay? You are simply hanging a knight, okay? It doesn't matter what colour arrow we draw, you are hanging a knight. And hanging a knight you are, okay? Black takes the free knight. Knight to d5 is played. This is horrible. c6, nope, bishop e6, okay? d3, b takes on d5, e4, bishop e6, queen f3, knight to f6. We're just getting developed here. c3 is played, offering a trade of the pawns. And black says, I don't need to take that pawn, okay? I would quite like you to take the pawn and for me to recapture attacking your queen, okay? Queen f4 is then played. Knight to h5. So black, I actually don't hate it, okay? You've got no checks, so let's, you know, none of the captures work. Let's go attack. And we attack the most valuable piece. Let's just keep attacking the queen. We're currently covering so many squares. It's tricky for this queen to find a safe square. But queen f3 is one of them. g6. g4 attacks the knight, so knight goes back to f6. And bishop to g5 pins the knight to the queen. So, do we get a move like bishop e7 to block the pin? No. We get bishop takes on g4. I mean, I don't actually hate it, but I think you can just take on f6 with the queen, right? I think you can just take on f6. I don't think bishop taking works. No, not at all. Yeah, just because then we take on f3. I mean, you might take the queen, but then rook just recaptures, presumably, and it's just completely losing. But yeah, the queen can just take on f6. but we get queen f4 instead. Okay, I'm not mad at white for missing that. That's fine. Bishop e7 breaks the pin. We take, black recaptures, and then we take the hanging bishop. Okay, so it's going okay. It's going okay. Knight e5, queen f4, queen e7. I mean, the game is just completely winning for black, right? Like, although there's a double stack pawn, that is really the only weakness in the entire position, right? Like, we're going to get long castled. The queen and bishop are setting up an interesting battery. Nothing to write home about. The rooks come to the center, and we just absolutely crush white. Queen d2. Long castles, okay. Genuinely don't hate it. Queen c2. Wait, I think I almost missed that. I almost missed that. Knight f3 wins a queen. I almost just walked straight past that. Knight f3, king e2, take the queen. Jesus Christ! We get long castles instead. I said I don't hate that. I now do hate that. Queen c2, white sees the threat. Knight f3 check is played one move too late. King e2. Knight goes back to g5. f3 is played. h5. We're unleashing pawns. King d1. Knight h3. Okay, this hangs a knight. And it hangs a knight with check. Okay. Take the knight. You deliver a check. King c1. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we just running the king? Why are we running the king when it's not in any danger? Take the knight with check. You have to look for checks, captures, and attacks. Bishop to g5 check. King b1. This is horrible. Bishop e3. I mean, now we take the knight. Okay, we take the knight. Okay, we're getting somewhere. White, this is good. This is good. King goes to b8. C takes on d4. Don't hate it, okay, because you have to deal with this bishop. Bishop recaptures. King c1. Why is this king running back and forth? What is going on? Queen g5 check. King d1. Okay, queen e3. Okay, things are getting very, very, very scary. Very scary for white here. And in about 5 moves' time, this game is about to flip on its absolute skull. Rook e1 attacks the queen. Queen f3 check, you pick up a pawn, the queen blocks, queen picks up a bishop. Jesus Christ, this is horrible from white. Rook c1, c5, queen c2, queen f3 check, rook e2 blocks the check, rook c8. Getting on the same file as the queen is always a good idea. b4, this is not good, because c takes on b4 opens up the rook on the queen, okay? So you don't want to be doing that. Fortunately, that's not played. Queen h1 check. King steps up, and then f5 is played. Black got a bit trigger happy. Do you guys see why this is a blunder? I hope so. The Max Chess audience, I would say your average elo is probably about 800. Okay, that's what I'm going to suggest. And I think most 800s in the world are seeing rook takes on h1. Right? Everyone's seeing that. Even this 500 elo person saw it. You gotta love it. f4 is played. B takes on c5. Rook recaptures. That's good. Keep pressure on the queen. Queen a4. Okay, I don't hate it. Bishop c3 check. Oh no. Oh no. Do we double stack here instead, actually? We maybe double... Oh, b5. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't hate it, okay? The queen drops back. Now we give a check. King d2. Double stack. Oh, my God. This is looking really nice. I mean, white is obviously winning, right? They're up so much material, but this is not so clear. King e1. Rook c1. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. After you take the rook on h1, it's just a draw. Oh my God, okay, they go the right way. That's really good. I mean, obviously, there's nothing else you can really do other than block with a queen. I thought, like, you could go out this way, and in my head was like, you get taken by the bishop. I need to go to bed. King d2. We take the rook. Oh, no. 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 That's really bad. Oh, my God, that's really bad. Bishop c3, right? Bishop c3. Oh, my God, are they going to find it? Oh, my God, they find bishop c3. Only move is king c2. Only move. Now we go bishop e5. Oh, this is so clean. This is so clean. We block all of this. Wait, what? Okay, if you let the engine load for long enough, it wants bishop e5, but it's going to say it's an inaccuracy. Ignore that, okay? Ignore that. Look at this. Maybe bishop d4 looks objectively better, though, to get in here. But, it's saying bishop e5, okay? And then if you go, like, I don't know, say king d2, then it's surely just like we just start pushing pawns, right? f3, attack the rook. Oh, this looks absolutely crushing. Okay, this is not clear. Bishop c3, king c2, bishop to b4. Oh dear, I don't hate it. King b3. Okay, we got to play like f3 here. Oh, we got to play f3, man. We got to play f3. Rook comes over. Oh wow. Okay. Oh my God, rook c3. Oh my God, black just hangs a bishop. No, black. Black worked so hard to get such a big lead at the start. White then bounced back into the game. Black then took over, and now white has a chance. Take the bishop. It's your only move, actually, so you have to take the bishop. Okay. Now white, just take on b1 or something. Just take. Whittle it down. Make things easy. Okay, it's black's move. Wait, what? Oh my God. What? What? Rook c4, right? Rook c4 is probably the only move. Oh my God. Why'd they take on d3? They just hung their rook. Rook d4 check. King b5. Oh my, this is over. King b7. This is over. Queen d7. Check. King b8. King c6. Mate in one. King a8. And it actually was over. White finds a checkmate to end the game. Jesus Christ, that was an emotional rollercoaster. Guys, this is the beautiful thing about chess. If you have made it past this level, you are allowed to look back and laugh, okay? Again, thank you so much to the people that shared these games, okay? You just gotta love chess, man. It is a beautiful game. Also, I think Queen b7 is not the cleanest checkmate in the world. This looks a lot nicer. Actually, no. I like it when the queen covers the least amount of escape squares possible. It's nice that the king and the rook, let's get them involved. Queen d8, sorry. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please, I urge you to smash a like. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.